Dear viewer, welcome to Chipuka. This is the show that gives you the right answers to the questions that you've been looking for. We highlight the success stories of young people who've made it and those who impact their communities and societies in various positive ways. I'm your host, Idris Mukhtar. Today I'm honored to have a young man from Korogocho and has been helping a lot of kids, has been working with children for a number of years. Today I'm honored to be with Charles Maina from Child Peace in Africa. Thank you, Mr. Maina. Welcome to Chipuka.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, fine. I'm grateful to be here.
Sure. Welcome. Do you mind giving us a brief background of yourself, actually?
Charles Maina is my name. Born and brought up in Korogocho some 30 years ago. Lived and educated in the same area. Went to two schools in Islamia Primary School in town, but I was later transferred to Valley Bridge, not very far from Korogocho. And I also went to Andorra Secondary School. So basically my life has revolved around Korogocho and its environs. I went to Nairobi University, did a course in Bachelor of Education, Science. So I'm trained as a teacher as well.
So you've been working with children in Child Peace in Africa for a couple of years. Perhaps tell us the process and all that.
Child Peace in Africa began in the year 2007, and it was just a group of us who thought that maybe we have grown in this community and we have seen the difficulty of how people grow up, and we thought yes, we can make it a little easier for children, just giving them mentorship and providing guidance, and that is how we came to bring children together. And the whole point was to just be able to empower them and help them, to mentor them and show them direction. And that is how Child Peace, it was really an idea, and it was because a lot of us have grown in that area and have seen many of us not making it through, going into crime, into drugs, a lot of young women getting pregnant prematurely. So some of those bad things made us want to go back and try to help children, in a sense. So that was briefly about Child Peace.
Has there been any success stories or impacts that you've created while working in Korogocho and all these places?
A group of us, young people, grown up in Korogocho, came together and we thought, out of the many challenges people are facing in our community, a lot of us had made good and we are already wanting to come out of the community. So, but a good number of us wanted to come back, and we helped to organize caucuses of children, and we took about 10 children from 20 children actually from about 10 villages, from Kisumundogo all the way to Ngomongo. And our idea was to bring them together and try to bring out some of the issues they are facing in their community and help them to try address them. So we had an action plan where they identified some of the issues, and then we had also a way of bringing those who are the actors in some of those issues. If it's in the environment, we had brought people from the environment and we did a cleanup. And one particular case was that children found it very difficult to study in their homes. And so we also asked them, and they suggested that they will need a library. And that was, even today, one of the highlights of what we have been able to do in Korogocho.
In your journey of working with children, has there been any particular moment that you felt regret or you don't want to work with children anymore, or you feel like you want to back out?
There are moments, of course, of despair and disillusionment sometimes, and especially because a lot of children program, children are expected to be given handouts, and I think that has been the problem with the non-governmental organization and how they work with children. I don't blame it on the children, it's how they have grown up. So I think for some time, there are times that you will meet with children and they'll want to know what they are taking home with them, you know. And I don't really blame them. It's because we are used to being given handouts, and that has been almost the, you know, I don't know, for lack of a better word, it's been the dark side of the NGO world. It's always been giving these children, other than looking at what skill you are gaining, other than looking at what opportunity you have been given, people are looking at the end of the day, what is it that I will carry home, for example.
We will be talking to Charles Maina more right after the break. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big light will inspire you. Let's all give it up for New York. My mama never needed a visa or a passport to go to New York. She cracked an eggshell and she got a New York. I was raised in a dark continent where fireflies inspired me, where the running waters from our streams ignited my dreams and made me feel brand new. Made me feel like a Masai Moran, a real warrior. Made me know how to spit like a real warrior. Because Mama Africa, you raised kings, you'll never be a slave. She was just by the way, between either way and any way. She didn't know which way to follow. In fact, she had no otherwise nor furthermore, but she fathers more motherless children. She's a chicken. Yes, not because she's weak, but because she knows how to protect her chick from the talons of the cruel hawk. She's a chicken because she knows how to provide even though she's broke. She's a chicken because she knows how to seize fire and leave no smoke. Now she places her palm on her heart and she breathes in so deep. She cries, she screams, she weeps, she cooks, she cleans, she sweeps, she kisses her kitchen goodnight before she sleeps. If she is a she, not a he, then she should be treated like a she, not an he. Then if God was a she, not a he, then the national anthem of this planet will be Who Run the World? Girls. Dear viewer, welcome back to Chipuka. I've been talking to Charles Maina of Child Peace in Africa. And so, Charles, do you mind telling us about Young African Leadership Initiative? You're going to meet the President of United States.
The Young African Leadership Initiative is a flagship program of President Barack Obama. And the idea is to be able to give practical skills to young, promising African leaders in various fields, practical skills to be able to put them into practical use in Africa. I am fortunate to be part of the inaugural Washington Fellowship, because the Young African Leadership Initiative is a big initiative, but there is a small group of people, about 500, who now go into the Washington program, which is basically a 6 weeks training in an institution of higher learning in the United States. And after that, then there are many other opportunities for professional development, like internships. You can get mentorship, and you're able to get experience and exposure through the program. So I am preparing to go in the month of June, from June 14th to the end of July. And basically I'll then come back to then put to practical use whatever I will have learned. I'm going to be, my track is business and entrepreneurship, and I'm going to be learning how they do business in the United States, and because I have a focus on trying to divert waste from the Dandora dumping site, which I have seen from since I've grown up.
Is there a moment, actually high moments or moments you've been rejoicing, moments that you felt proud of these children you're working with in Korogocho and all these other places that you've been working?
One is to see, for example, a kid that we had started with. There are many cases now, I understand. One I know of Belinda from Kisumundogo, who we went to Shepherd's Junior School, and then I later hear she got a scholarship with the Equity MasterCard Foundation, and now she is at St. George's Secondary School, a very prestigious school to mention. That's a kid from Korogocho. I cannot even now fathom where she will go in her life. You know, she is set on a road for success. And that is just one example. I know of Idris Mukhtar, who is in the United States International University. And those are the moments I look back and I say, I'm grateful that God allowed me the opportunity to share in the life of Idris, because when he is somewhere in a strategic position, I can go to that office and I will not be turned back. That is the beauty of it. And there are many examples I can speak of that. The other thing I think it is very encouraging when I see is to go to Kisumundogo when I'm visiting my family back in Koch. And I go to Kisumundogo and I find a library full of students studying for the examinations or just revising, doing their own self-study. That is also, I drew a lot of pleasure, I drew a lot of pride from that kind of a sight. Some of them, they were not part of the people who, worked to have that container there, but they are enjoying that. They are enjoying that facility, and I'm grateful that it's because of the efforts of a lot of people working together to ensure that such a facility can be there for children, for generations to come.
Thank you, Maina, for joining us. Thank you for coming to Chipuka. That was Charles Maina, a very humble gentleman with wise words. He's made it. He's impacted a lot of people in wherever he goes, in Korogocho, in Nairobi in particular, and a lot of different places. Charles Maina has made it. You can also make it. They always say successful people look exactly like you. I've been your host, Idris Mukhtar, and until next time, it's a bye-bye from me. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, that's KHub TV, and also view our YouTube page, KHub TV.